Okay, this is not the best shot, I understand that, but I also didn't vlog yesterday because our guests arrived. We're very excited, we had a really good day. I kind of just took the day off. I did do some stats, but essentially I took the day off. I'm going to the gym, I'm going to do a class, I'm going to do Pilates. So I want to finish that graph today. I was having quite a bit of trouble figuring out my graph, which is a bunch of line graphs and then a scatter plot over the top. And I'm a bit confused as to why I was having trouble because the scatter plot's on the same axes, but because in R you have to code everything yourself line by line, it feels like you need to be a whiz at statistics and specifics. So at the moment everything's just a little messy and I'm trying to demessify it. On the positive side today though, our guest is still here. We're still having lots of fun. So it's been a couple days. I have fiddled around a bit with the graph, still haven't got the scatter plot stuff to work. My supervisor has emailed me a couple times, which is fantastic, but since it's like crunch time, we're really digging in now, so it's not much time to go left. Gotta get everything going. But like I said, we're still entertaining our guests, having a grand old time. We've been it's been sort of like a mini holiday, which is odd because I haven't had a holiday this year. We've been going to the movies, we went to ramen, we are about to go to the markets. So today, we're going to go to the markets, the West End markets in Brisbane. They're really nice, they're a bit of a drive away, but very exciting. And usually while we're there, we get like our groceries for the week. There's this one coffee place there that puts literal chocolate in their mochas. It's amazing. Very overpriced, but incredible. Highly recommend. Apart from that, we might be going down to the Gold Coast this afternoon to maybe go whale watching.
Yum, 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 big call.
I'm full on in it, am I? I'm full on in it.
It finishes like here. Hey! What are you doing? No, I look like I'm full on at breakfast. So, we have about an hour until we need to leave for markets. And I'm going to continue to try and do, we have about an hour until we need to leave for the markets, so I'm going to try and continue to do this graph, which is the end of me. Also, my supervisor said that I can probably get easier statistics if I'm able to put every photo to a physical position in space. Now, the only issue with this is the data he gave me of their physical position in space. I have
So in this section I had filmed a whole bit about this problem that I was having, but because I was sleep deprived and had been working on it for a little bit long, I sound completely insane and it makes absolutely no sense. So I thought I would just record a little diagram of what I was actually going through that hopefully makes a little bit more sense. In my research, I had about 7 transects spread across an area on Tiahura Moorea, which is this little island in the middle of French Polynesia. Now, the transects I were given were taken just off Tiahura, and they were spread across an area over a reef, which I'm just drawing out now. They kind of went from the back of the reef crest towards the shore, and I had 7 in total. I was given the GPS points for the beginning and end of each of these transects, and therefore had the physical location of each of them. All of this sounds pretty easy so far, but here comes the hard bit. Essentially, I was also given by my supervisor this bathymetric profile, which is a graph of the depth of the bottom of the ocean along the area of reef that we took it. The first issue with this is that the x-coordinate was actually way longer than all of my transects put together, and the individual dots that he'd given me to represent the transects didn't really match up to either the start, the end, or the middle of the transects, so I had no idea where in these long transects they were actually supposed to represent. So what I was trying to do was something like this, where on my profile I had an actual space for each of the transects from beginning to end. Or, to put it another way, I had two different pieces of data. Essentially, I had the physical bit of data where I knew where they were on the globe in Tiahura, my transects that is, and I also had a two-dimensional line graph with some idea where the transects should sit along that. So what I needed to do was move my physical locations onto a two-dimensional graph, or a GPS point to X and Z, which I thought would be easy, but turns out is extremely hard.
Do you see this lovely? What? Oh, you're saying hello to your dude. So we've got X and Z, and then this is the wave height, and that's the... Oh my goodness. But because it's 50 meters, and this is in little gaps of 10, it would have to go all the way up.
I don't know. What?
I did it! Yeah! I did it! Woo! It looks like nothing!
Yeah, because the scale's all funky.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to actually transform it now. After all this time. This
Ready?
is coral. What?
Count me down.
10,
Oh my god, go.
9, 8,
Here's number 3.
7, 6, 5, 4,
She's happy.
3, 2, 1. Blast her.
And we're going back down.
Oh, she's burning herself.
She is. It's definitely spiraling out of control. Going about as successfully as I expected it to.
What do you think I should do?
Ah! Hey Peter,
Yeah.
why are your ears covered up?
While we were out doing our holiday, I may have gotten a bit overexcited about being in the sun for the first time, and so we're ignoring that. We have been having our quote-unquote holiday of the year, which has been really fun. We've done a bunch of different things. We've gone whale watching, we ate some ramen, we've had bubble tea, we went down to the Gold Coast. What else? We went op shopping, that was fun. I found this, which was a dress, but then I cut it. It's no longer a dress. It's very exciting, I'm very excited.
Darling, you send me.
I thought I'd just take the time to check in. It is now the 8th of October, and I am working on editing the first third, maybe half of my draft. So Gabe did a bunch of edits, as you can see by all these comments here. Charlotte's super helpful, and I'm just working through them all, and then I'm going to send them to my supervisor. I wrote this a long time ago, so I wrote this at the start of the year originally. My thesis changed quite dramatically pretty much immediately after I submitted this, so I had to go through and rewrite it given my current ideas and what I actually have done.
How's life?
Alright. I may have forgotten to take my computer charger today, so I've had to go over to the PC machine. You're the best! I was actually really hoping you'd come in.
Hell yeah.
What is my password?
Oh, today has been a day, as my friend Kaale would say. It's been a day. Yeah, and today's just been one of those days where you feel like you're constantly going in circles, like treading water. It doesn't feel like I'm going anywhere. I really do believe that my thesis will benefit the world, but I'm starting to believe less that it will matter much. And that is really bothering me, because I did in my head have this idea that it's not going to be like a groundbreaking experiment, but that it would have some sort of impact on the community or the literature, or that I'd be able to get a publishable paper out of it. I just had these expectations that the first time I'd be doing research, it would really mean something to the world. I think it does. I still think that. It's just kind of difficult when you're sitting there at your desk every day and you're looking at the same data sets and there's so many numbers and they're just sort of swarming over you, and then there's too many numbers but then there's not enough numbers, because if I had more numbers then I'd have a larger data set, and if I had a larger data set I'd be able to go through statistical design, and I have a more intense statistical design, and I have a more complex statistical design, or a more stable statistical design, and then I'd be able to use different statistical tests. I can't say statistical at this point because I'm talking too fast, but my head's running like 80 times faster than that because I'm trying to think of all the different things I could have done that would have made this better. One of the things I've been thinking about a lot is whether me putting all these, like, my thoughts and how I'm feeling, especially all that personal, really, like when I'm feeling sad or angry or frustrated, like, will that affect my future through my work, because people from my work watch this channel. Hi guys. So will it affect my work? Will it affect my future work? I have been sort of conflicted as to whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, but it is an idea. It's an honest idea, and I just want to have like a little glimpse of something that's honest and real, and something that people who are going into this degree, or people who are going into the university, or even people just wanting to escape their everyday lives, have a little bit of truth within that, and it's not just me ranting about something that never actually happened. So I'm hoping all of that makes sense. I have no idea whether I'm going to include this in the actual video or not. I always felt a bit narcissistic talking about my feelings as if they were something that mattered. The idea is that majority of you, science isn't your thing. You're not planning on being a scientist. You just are genuinely interested in things in your world and you want to know more about them. Okay, so I've just gotten back from moving my car and I am still trying to figure out this function. The program I'm using, by the way, is ArcMap, which is like the desktop version of ArcGIS Pro. But it's just not really liking me for some reason. Okay, maybe this will work. There's a lot of footage today of me just looking at a computer screen, but that's honestly most of my day is just staring at computer screens and trying to figure things out. 2668, so why is that saying something different? What's going on? Can we load the world, please? I did it. Yay, I did it. I figured it out. There's a value for everything. I thought I'd do a quick video to show essentially what my next plan of attack is for my statistics, because I have so many variables. It is going to be a little bit tricky, and I'm just hoping that they don't all interact too much. These are all the interactions that I'm testing for. So there's a couple, like this one here, that's just between two different abiotic variables, and then there's most of these here which are an abiotic and a biotic variable. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any biotic with biotic, because usually that's more of a space issue, but I can get around to that if I have time, if this works out well. So now what I need to do is, when you're doing linear regressions, you need to work out what kind of variables you have so you can figure out what model you're doing. So if both of my variables are continuous, real numbers, all numbers, numbers that you can just keep going on and on with, then I will use a model 1. What if we have two explanatory variables? So this is another question we have. Essentially, that's my problem. I don't have two explanatory variables, I have 3 or 4. So this is where we get into some hard statistics, and what will probably lead me to multivariate statistics. Woohoo! Multiple regression, multivariate analysis of variance, or MANOVA. Now it's on to plugging random stuff into this console here, and if it works I'll put it in my code, and then I'll hopefully have some lovely graphs exporting here. Now tomorrow I can play with colors. That's the plan. But it is already 8:04 PM and I want to leave by 10, so if I haven't done it already today, here's hoping that I'll be able to get it done by the end of the day. Just a side note, this is really funny. Oh.
thought I'd film a quick vlog update of today. It's been another one. Just feel like I'm going in circles and my statistics aren't matching up and it's not what I thought it would be, and it feels like everything's just fake. The more I do, the more unqualified I feel to be doing this. I just want someone standing behind me being like, yeah, do this, yeah, do that. Oh no, because of this you have to do that. Instead of me spending 4 hours searching through Google trying to find one person who makes sense on the internet and hasn't used ridiculous language. Like, it's not how science should be, and it just really frustrates me. Yeah, just had a really pretty crappy day. It's nice just to be in my car. I like my car. Got like 6 hours sleep at best last night. And that's because Gabe made me sleep in the morning. That's a good thing, by the way. I'm not criticizing. I'm glad I did. Today's been another 12-hour day, and the next 2 days are going to be 12-hour days. I've got to start writing my results tomorrow. I just have to. It's way too late already, and I'm starting to freak out. Freak out. Says she. Freak out. Do you think it's odd if I say you guys in a video when I don't know if it's going to get views? I was thinking about this on the way home, because I could never guarantee that people will watch it or that you specifically will watch it, but I can also not guarantee that you specifically will never watch it, so you are both watching it and not watching it, which I think means it's fine for me to say you guys, even if I have a small to no audience. I don't know. My brain's kind of frazzled at the moment, so I'm just sitting in my car thinking about cats. Gabe's coming to get me. Bye.